What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I wanted to give a review on Surviving R. Kelly. Now, I watched the docuseries in its entirety, and I just have to say, R. Kelly is a sick bastard. Talented, genius, musical genius, but also a very disturbed and sick bastard. And I get it, I truly get it, because of his childhood that he very seldomly doesn't want to talk about, and about him getting molested at an early age, and that exposed him to sexual acts at an early age. And just like the docuseries says, you can tell it in his music. Now, R. Kelly has given us timeless music, you know, and I can't recall OGs and older people like, oh yeah, I made a baby off R. Kelly, or that was just a person to play if you wanted to make love. You know, if you was engaged in any type of sexual act, you know, when you were older, you played R. Kelly, you know, and that was something that's always going to be embedded in our DNA as far as music and R&B is concerned from the 90s until now. It's going to be R. Kelly. I'm sorry. That's the musical prowess and the musical genius of R. Kelly. But nobody really knew about this guy's personal life. And man, this guy's personal life is very disturbing, dude. It had everybody's eyes glued to the TV because nobody knew what this dude was doing behind closed doors except these women. And I feel so bad for these women. This is such a topic that I don't like to discuss in public, but this is something I wanted to review because it's just something to really be like, wow. And starting off this year, it was just like, wow, you know. And I feel like justice will be had because now that it's out, you know, more relevant nowadays as far as any type of sexual harassment, sexual abuse, anything of that nature. Started with Harvey Weinstein with the Me Too movement, shout out to them, and getting that pushed to the forefront to let people know that women won't stand for this anymore. It's a new day and age. Women are not standing for it, and I am here for it. Stuff like that shouldn't be going on. Men of power shouldn't be doing that in the first place, but because men have that power, it was always pushed to the back burner. And I feel as if, yeah, I mean, if something has went wrong in your past, you should speak about it right now. You know, regardless of the situation, regardless of who it is. I don't care who it is. Karma's a bitch and she looks good. So that's why I look at it like, watching this docuseries, it made me cringe a lot, knowing that this guy has beaten the law so many times. I mean, so many rumors, so many allegations. This guy has beaten the odds. Even with this guy's sex tape coming out, this guy still beat that odd. And I was like, that was just cringe-worthy stuff that this guy has. And even with the sex tape, we just kept going. We all just kept listening to his music. Even after this guy's sex tape, this guy made Step in the Name of Love and all these other memorable dance hits. He just kept going, you know, he just kept going. And I was like, geez, are we that naive? That brings us, this docuseries brought it to light of what I'm doing as a consumer. Like, am I consuming any and everything, regardless of what happens, or regardless of what that person has done, or regardless of what that company's done? You're still consuming it? Like, that brings it to me as a consumer. You know, I kept playing his music, kept going along with it, even after all of this happened. But when it kind of gets put dead in your face, like, hey, this guy's a sick person. Look what he did to me. Now somebody gives a damn. Now people care. Now it's a topic, you know, but it couldn't come at a better time. That's how I look at it. I mean, people got to pay for their sins. People got to pay for, you know, what they have done. So it couldn't come at a better time. You know, late time is better than no time. That's just how I look at it. So it's just that docuseries You know, some parts about it, I'm just kind of like, it's questionable. It's very questionable, very questionable. And I don't want to go into some of the stuff because, you know, because when you're watching it, you're kind of like, well, why didn't you just, why didn't you, well, it's kind of, it gives you a lot of questions. And my answer to that, is just in my opinion, is that R. Kelly was paying a lot of people off. It was just simple payoffs. And these guys kept quiet. This guy, R. Kelly, paid a lot of people to keep quiet over the years. Hence, that's why he's in financial disarray right now. He paid off a lot of people over the course of these times, over decades, spans decades. Like this guy was, you know, paying off people spanning almost 30 years, paying off people to keep quiet until now. You know, so that's, I feel that may have a part to play into it, but now because it's, you know, more acceptable to come out, I feel like this couldn't come at a better time. That's just how I look at it. So if you enjoyed my review on Surviving R. Kelly, subscribe to my channel, post a comment down below, like this video, and share with your friends. It is your boy, D. Dyson. Peace.